Hear your heart. Heal your life. Your head is always so busy and so full of thoughts. And you think all those thoughts in your head are coming from you. But the truth is that your voice, your truth, does not reside in your head. It lives in your heart. The voice in your head has been created during your lifetime. It's the things your parents told you were right and wrong. It's the lessons you learnt from your teachers at school. It's what you learnt when trying to fit in with your peers and feel a sense of belonging. It's the things you learnt reading magazines and books. The things you believed listening to the news and scrolling through social media. All these things, and so much more, are what have created the racing thoughts and constant busyness in your head. But here's the thing. Those thoughts, those beliefs, those messages telling you that you need to do more, be more, accomplish more, do better, be stronger, be wiser, be more than what you are. Those are not your truth. Those are the truths of the world around you, which you have chosen to believe and come to adopt as your own way of thinking. But what if I told you there's another voice that lives inside of you? Your voice. Your truth that has been tarnished by a lifetime of influence, judgment, and opinion. A lifetime of being told what's right and what's wrong, and what makes you a worthy and successful human being. Chances are, you never knew that voice was there. Because that voice lives very quietly in your heart. It speaks gently and lovingly. It doesn't need to raise its voice. It doesn't need to judge or criticize you or tell you that you're wrong or right or less than or better than anyone else. You see, the voice in your heart only speaks love, compassion, acceptance, forgiveness, tolerance, and understanding. But you can't hear it because the voice in your head is so loud. You've been made to believe that the voice in your head is the only voice that lives inside of you. So therefore, that voice has got to be real, has got to be true, has got to be your truth. I'd like you to focus all of your attention on that voice in your head right now. What's it telling you right now? That I'm talking a lot of nonsense because my concepts are new and unfamiliar? Maybe that this meditation is boring and you'd rather be doing something else. Maybe you're thinking about something completely different. It doesn't matter what thoughts are there. And this isn't about clearing out your thoughts to have an empty mind either. That's way too much pressure and way too much hard work. All I would like you to do is imagine that the thoughts in your head have a volume button, and that you can choose to turn the volume of your head down so that you can hear the truth that lives in your heart. The truth that speaks quietly and kindly lives in your heart space, never in your head space. And in order to tune into that voice, in order for you to turn down the volume in your head to hear the truth in your heart, we're simply going to start breathing from that place, from your heart, right now. We're going to take long, deep breaths into our heart and long, deep breaths out from our hearts. Because the more you focus there, the quieter your head becomes, and the more you can tune in to the truth inside of you. Your heart only has kind things to say to you. Your heart only sees your worthiness. Your heart only sees your beauty. Your heart will forgive you every time you make a mistake. Your heart will uplift you every time you fail and fall to your knees. Your heart will tell you that you are enough no matter what anyone else says, no matter what your head says. All you have to do is acknowledge that voice is there. Tune into your heart with me now, so you can start hearing it. And most importantly, trust and believe every word it says. Let us begin now breathing into our hearts and breathing out from our heart space. Breathe into your heart. Breathe out from your heart. Breathe into your heart. Breathe out from your heart. And keep breathing this way. Gradually, slowly quietening the voice in your head by bringing all your attention down to your heart. The mind tells you that you could be doing more. The heart tells you you don't have to do anything more to be worthy of love and acceptance. Your mind tells you you're making mistakes. You took wrong turns. You failed. Your heart tells you that mistakes are imperative for you to learn and grow. That the wrong turns are not wrong because they got you here, which is exactly where you're supposed to be. And your heart tells you that you haven't failed because you're still here. If you struggle to hear your heart and your truth, remember to breathe into your heart and out from your heart. And as you hear a thought in your head, say the opposite to yourself. Say it from your heart. Whatever your head tells you about yourself, go into your heart space. Breathe there and tell yourself the opposite. And the more you do this, the more it will become second nature to you. And the more you will remember that there is another voice inside of you. And you can choose to listen to that voice if you want to. You now have a tool to tune into your heart, to quieten your mind, to listen to that still, truthful, powerful voice inside. A kind voice, nurturing voice, loving voice, a supportive voice that always has your back. And the more you learn to listen there, to breathe there, the quieter your head will become, and the more peace you will know. We've now come to the end of this meditation. Feel yourself back in your body, in this present moment. And remember, when your thoughts get too loud, take deep breaths into your heart and out from your heart, and tune in to the heart of yourself and listen to what it has to say.